Joining me now is Newsweek Senior Editor-at-Large and Article 3 Project Senior Counsel Josh Hammer. Josh, the ladies of The View were not happy with those stats. I don't think people at CNN were particularly happy either when the reports were on their station, but it's migrants who have most strongly gravitated to Donald Trump over his immigration policies.
Rita, and I live that out every day, actually, as a resident of South Florida. I mean, you see the Hispanic communities in the United States that have driven in droves to the Republican Party, to the camp of MAGA, to America First, Donald Trump's broader coalition. This is a long-time trend. It's been going on for at least a decade by now. Donald Trump actually in 2020, in the 2020 election that he lost to Joe Biden, actually did better among Hispanics in general in about a half century. He did orders of magnitude better in 2024. This is a huge trend there. He actually outright won the male Hispanic vote in the 2024 exit polls there. I mean, this has totally taken the Democratic Party by storm. I mean, think back to 2008. Think back to Barack Obama and the whole notion of this intersectional rainbow coalition of the ascendant, this identity politics grievance coalition of aggrieved interests. You have the gay community and the immigrant community and the this and the that and the that there. And it's all kaputs. It's totally down the drain at this point. They are scrambling to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, but they have no idea where to go from here. And it's just really delectable to watch, frankly. As someone who wishes them nothing but the worst, they have no idea where to go. And I just think it's frankly glorious.
Oh, I love that. Now, we all know late night TV comics in America have completely lost the plot. They've turned into unwatchable leftist activists spewing all sorts of hysteria and lies. And blackface enthusiast and misogynist Jimmy Kimmel is a prime example.
Been watching cable news and believe this city is some kind of totalitarian hellscape right now. It most certainly is not. I'm very angry, I have to say. I cannot believe what's going on. I knew it was going to be bad. I did not know it was going to be this bad. People who have lived here their whole lives, people who've been in this city longer than I have, the vast majority of whom have never done anything wrong, are being abducted, which is the correct word to use, by agents in masks, hiding their identities, grabbing people off the street and at work, sending people to detention centers. And to protest that, which is not only our right as Americans, it's our responsibility, Los Angelenos have been gathering to demonstrate, and with very few exceptions, peacefully demonstrate, to voice their opposition to this disgusting and unnecessary abuse of power instigated by our mentally ill president, who is dead set on exacerbating this, who actually wants conflict, who is intentionally inflaming and lying to make it seem like there's a war going on here. He wants there to be a war going on here, and he doesn't care who gets hurt in it. There's a riot outside.
Josh, I can't believe his audience is circling the drain. I don't even know where to start with all that. First, the denial that the riots are even happening, then the demented hysteria about Trump and abductions and civil war. Is Jimmy Kimmel just profoundly ignorant, or is he lying?
Rita, it was 5 years ago that the United States endured one of its tumultuous summers in the history of our country. We had the summer of love, the summer of the 1619 riots, as they're called, the Black Lives Matter Antifa riots there. And it was actually just over a week ago that we had the 5-year anniversary of the somewhat infamous op-ed from Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas calling to send in the troops. As it turns out, Tom Cotton's op-ed was harrowingly prescient, actually, because we're facing the exact same situation now in Los Angeles. And the same way that the media, the same way that they have learned nothing when it comes to trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together again with this intersectional rainbow, illegal immigrant, whatever it is, coalition on the left there, so too have they seemingly learned nothing whatsoever when it comes to the overwhelming, abiding moral imperative of law and order when it comes to anarchy and domestic insurrectionary activity here. I think back to the infamous CNN chyron during the St. George Floyd riots in 2020 there, where there was that reporter standing there with a Kevlar helmet, and it said "fiery but mostly peaceful protest." That's basically the same energy, the same spirit, you might say, that Jimmy Kimmel is channeling in this not particularly funny quasi monologue that we just heard there. You know, these are not mostly peaceful protests, as the video that the viewers are watching right now makes entirely clear. These are extraordinarily violent protests there. Police have been clamoring actually for the federal National Guard to get involved. Karen Bass, the chief of the police there, if you actually listen to what they're saying, they are saying we are overwhelmed. We actually need federal law enforcement to come back up the LAPD now. This is not peaceful stuff. And all this is done, Rita, all this is done with an ultimate intent to try to disintegrate the United States from within. That is the left-wing sentiment here, there, and everywhere. It is not to build, but is to tear down. They are trying to tear down the United States. They are trying to tear down every other major European country, Australia, New Zealand, every other first world country around the world. I'm here in Israel right now. The same thing here with the Israeli left. Everywhere you are throughout the world, the left has the exact same mentality, which is to destroy and to tear down the nation's civil society. It's playing out, though, in particularly stark terms right now back home for me in Los Angeles.